You're watching MUTV.
It was everyone's dream in British football to join Manchester United, who were at that time, I think without doubt, the finest side in England.
Busby's babes were on their way home from Belgrade when the disaster struck. For this disaster is perhaps the most tragic single blow British sport has ever suffered. Gregg's a tower of strength to his youthful colleagues.
As a football club, the Red Devils, Busby Babes, a fantastic institution, and I was once part of it.
Since Jimmy Blanchflower made his debut for Matt Busby's team back in 1951, there's been a special connection between Manchester United and Northern Ireland. Some of the club's most treasured players have come from this country with a population of just 1.8 million.
Surely must.
Perhaps the most famous of all, George Best, now has the city airport named after him. We've also seen the likes of Norman Whiteside, Jimmy Nicholl, Sammy McIlroy, Mal Donaghy, David McCreary and currently Johnny Evans wear the famous red jersey.
Whiteside shoots. It's there! Norman Whiteside has done it again.
Today, Sir Alex brings a strong team to Windsor Park to honour a legendary shot stopper who joined the Busby Babes on the 1st of December 1957. The fee Sir Matt paid back then was a world record for a goalkeeper. The Northern Ireland international, who was voted best goalkeeper at the 1958 World Cup, went on to make 247 appearances for the Reds over a 9-year period. He also famously survived the Munich air crash and actually went back into the wreckage and saved, amongst others, Sir Bobby Charlton, a pregnant Vera Lukic and her 20-month-old daughter Vesna. The word legend is used far too often, but this man deserves that accolade. This man is Harry Gregg.
Harry, he was absolutely fantastic.
He was the best goalkeeper in the country.
One of the foundations that Matt Busby could look to for inspiration.
Straight as a die. If he's got something to say, he's going to tell you.
What he did in the crash was just unbelievable.
A lot of people will forget what he did as a goalkeeper, but remember what he did as a human being.
Yes, Manchester United are in Belfast to honour this man, Harry Gregg, a reluctant hero and one of the finest players ever to pull on the United shirt. It's sunny here at Windsor Park, and Irish Premier League Select 11 will face the might of Manchester United. I say might because it is a strong squad which Sir Alex has brought here to Windsor Park. Sir Alex Ferguson, named the greatest Premier League manager ever, has brought the likes of Scholes, Ryan Giggs, the greatest Premier League footballer ever, Wayne Rooney, Nani, Michael Owen, Antonio Valencia, who swept the board at the club's Player Awards dinner, Chicharito, Johnny Evans, the local hero, Rio Ferdinand and Ashley Young. So the team news for tonight's game. Let's begin with Manchester United. Anders Lindegaard, the Danish stopper, is in goal. The back four with Patrice Evra as ever at left back. Phil Jones on the right. Rio Ferdinand is partnered with Johnny Evans in the middle. The midfield four sees Antonio Valencia on the right, Nani on the left with Park and Tom Cleverley in the centre. And up front, Michael Owen and Dimitar Berbatov. A strong bench as well for the Reds. Amos, Rooney, Giggs, Chicharito, Young, Scholes, and then the youngsters, reserve players, Michele Fonazier and Luke Giverin. As for the opposition, the Irish Premier League Select 11, they include 5 players from Linfield and also Gary McCutcheon, the striker who scored 34 goals for Ballymena last season. Philip and Stephen Lowry, they are brothers. And Ross Redman, who is their left back, often hailed as the best left back in the Irish Premier League. Well, he's going to have his hands full tonight. He's going to be marking Antonio Valencia. So there you go, 2 strong team, well, United's team. Look how strong that is. Sir Alex promised he would bring a very strong side to Windsor Park. He has stuck by his word, and Sammy McIlroy, a fitting tribute to a United hero, Harry Gregg.
We can do no better Sully than that team that Sir Alex has brought there. What a tribute, absolutely fantastic for the fans as well, to see all these stars come for a tribute to Harry Gregg, who richly deserves it.
The Irish boys, they will be relishing this opportunity, won't they?
Absolutely. I mean, these Irish players watch these on the TV when they can, and to play against them, it'll be like a dream come true for some of them, and it'll be a great night for them.
And a fitting place for the game to take place here at Windsor Park, where it all began for Harry Gregg.
Absolutely. He even called his hotel at one stage the Windsor when he had that, and the fans will be out in force tonight to pay the tribute, and Harry will enjoy it as well. He's not one for the limelight, walking onto the pitch and taking applause. He'd rather be on the pitch knocking people out. That's Harry.
We say reluctant hero. He really is, isn't he? But you've experienced many nights here at Windsor Park. What will it be like tonight? What will the atmosphere be like?
Oh, it'll be fantastic. 14,000 sell out. They'll make a great lot of noise. And when Windsor Park is full, the atmosphere is fantastic. And United players as well, they'll enjoy it.
Exactly. It's all about enjoying it tonight. Let's have a great experience for the one, the only Harry Gregg. OK, speaking of greatness, Sir Alex Ferguson, the greatest Premier League manager ever, has been talking to Helen McConnell.
Well, Sir Alex, just tell us what it means for you to be here supporting Harry tonight.
Well, first of all, for Harry, who's a fantastic character and one of the greatest Manchester United players of all time, it's an honour for us, because his history with our club for a start, for a long, long time. He deserves a night with us, and we're delighted to be here because of that.
And it just really shows you still how much of a family Manchester United is after all these years, to have a testimonial for him.
Absolutely, but you should never forget players who created the history of our club, and Harry's one of them. And we've had a rich history right through since the 50s when Sir Matt took over in 47, right through the 50s was a great Busby Babes team. It's full of Harry Greggs, you know, and so we should honour him. We should respect him and always be there for him.
And are the players looking forward to playing here at Windsor Park tonight?
Well, I think I'll feel them a bit tired now, you know. But none of them called off. You know, the only one I let go was David De Gea, because I think Anders Lindegaard needs a game. He's been out injured for a while, and young Ben Abrams has been very loyal, been patient. So it's an opportunity for them to get a bit of game tonight. But other than that, they're all here.
Yeah, the boss fully deserving of the title of greatest Premier League manager ever. And that man, Sammy, Ryan Giggs, there's no doubt he has been the greatest Premier League player ever.
Unbelievable for the two of them. I mean, you look at the manager. What else can any other manager do, Sully, to sort of keep up with what he's won?
Their medals speak for themselves,
medals,
don't they?
Trophies, whatever you want to call them, speak for themselves. And Ryan Giggs, too, played so many games in the Premiership, to have won all his medals and trophies. Absolutely fantastic, and still playing.
It's been a busy day for Ryan. He's been down in London actually picking up the award, and to be honest, there's no competition, is there? Because he's scored in every Premier League season. He's been there since year dot, when it all began.
Absolutely.
And looking at the way he's playing, he could go on for another few seasons.
Well,
yet.
He's signed another year, hasn't he? I think if you believe the paper's schools, he's signed another year as well. The two of them are absolute, you know, fantastic for the young boys to look at these two players and see actually what they're achieving, still achieving in the game. And it's great to have them around the place.
Giggs and Scholes start on the bench tonight, but we're likely to see him, because when they come on, this crowd's going to go into raptures.
Absolutely. I mean, as you said, Ryan's had a busy day, going to London and then coming here, and the manager's putting him on the bench, but he will make an appearance, and the crowd will absolutely go berserk when they see him.
So we're all excited to see the Manchester United stars in action, but let's not forget, this game is about a true Manchester United legend, the one, the only, Harry Gregg.
Harry, he was absolutely fantastic. He looked after us, told us a few things, and especially said, don't let anybody bully you.
He don't stop talking. He loves the game. He loves the people.
He's a mad Irishman. That's my initial thought about Harry. You know, but he's a genuine man. As I said before, he speaks his mind, which is nice to know in some people.
He was a very straight-talking man and honest. And I always admired him for that, because I think it's the best way to be.
From our point of view, he's been a very good friend of the Busby family. And of course, he was a fantastic goalkeeper.
Matt and my dad had seen Harry Gregg playing for Doncaster Rovers, and they wanted someone who was more dominant in the air and that's what they got with Harry.
I mean, he's so strong. The goal area, he had everything. Corners, free kicks, anything in his area, it was Harry's.
Harry would be out punching balls near the 18-yard line. When everybody goalkeeper in those days stood in the goal line, but Harry was such a reader of the game. And if you got in his road, God help you. You got in his road, whether it was his own teammate or anybody else, you get knocked out of the road.
It was his penalty area, and if the ball came over, he was going out to get it. And that's why United wanted him. He was the top young goalkeeper of the time.
He was a fantastic goalkeeper. Probably one of the top 4 goalkeepers I ever saw at Manchester United Football Club.
Most people of my age will know what Harry Gregg did during the Munich air crash, and he was quite remarkable, really.
It was burning 12 foot high, and Harry was going in and out of the plane to get the players out.
The captain of the plane came round telling everybody to run because it might blow up at any time. Well, I think most of us would run.
I would say 99% of people wouldn't have done what he did. But that's the sort of lad he is. He's, you know, he's fearless.
Actually, he just went in and forgot about his own life, you know. I mean, you know, that's what it gave me the impression. Fantastic.
I think he was off his head. Totally mad. But I would expect Harry. I mean, that plane's going to blow up at any moment. Nobody knows when it's going to blow up at any moment. Everybody's done a runner. Harry's run the opposite way to see if there was anything that he could do to help someone. And obviously, the little baby that he's plucked out of God knows what.
To him, it was nothing. Anybody could do it. That's Harry's words, you know. Anybody would have done it. Which I doubt if they would have, you know.
That's Harry Gregg.
Brave as anything, Harry, but I would expect that from Harry. Straight as a die. If he's got something to say, he's going to tell you. He's a great lad, Harry. Love him devoutly.
I don't think they hesitated when the idea of this testimonial came up about sending a team.
I'm delighted. It's well deserved.
It should be a great evening, and I hope he gets to speak, because he's always worth listening to.
He's a lovely fella. I love him very much.
It's probably overdue, you know. But he gets more recognition. He should get more recognition. What he did.
Deserves everything he gets, and I hope he has a marvellous testimonial. Couldn't have to a nicer fella.
Yeah, some fantastic tributes from friends and ex-teammates, and it sums it all up, really. They loved him as a player and as a man.
Well, you know, you listen to those tributes, Sully, I mean, it's unbelievable. People call him mad, straight talking, which he is, but I mean, a brave man. When you look at that Munich crash and you see all those flames and everything, and he's in and out, getting people out of the plane, unbelievable.
I mean, we'll always remember him as the hero of Munich, but let's not forget, he was an outstanding goalkeeper.
Yeah, for Northern Ireland as well, you know, and he's well loved here with the Irish fans, and he was a great goalkeeper. He was one of those goalkeepers, the first to come off his line and catch the ball and bundle people out of the lane. Not like goalkeepers these days. You know, you see them, and if you touch them, it's a free kick. But in Harry's day, if you didn't get the ball, they were bundled into the net weight, and he stood up to them all these big centre forwards. He was that type of goalkeeper.
So the crowd turning up here at Windsor Park to honour Harry Gregg will be hoping for a fantastic game of football to tribute this wonderful occasion. It is filling up here at Windsor Park. There's actually a temporary stand at one end of the ground as well to swell the numbers here a little, and when it does get full, Sammy, it's going to be rocking here.
Absolutely, there'll be a great atmosphere. Plenty of United supporters enjoying it, seeing their superstars, and a lot of young kids here as well enjoying it, Sully, so it should be a great night.
So we've heard from Sammy, we've heard from the boss. After the break, we will hear from the man himself, Harry Gregg, who's already been chewing the fat with Sir Alex and Martin O'Neill. Here at Windsor Park, the fans are turning up in their numbers, wearing the shirts of Manchester United, all here to honour and see the one and only Harry Gregg as the Harry Gregg testimonial match between an Irish Premier League Select 11 and Manchester United takes place. And it is a sunny evening here in Windsor Park as well, so great weather. Hopefully we'll get a great game to match. Right, now let's hear from the man himself. Harry Gregg has been talking to Helen McConnell.
Not as far as I'm concerned. I never thought this was going to happen. I mean, I would be conceited to think that this should be done for me. This has been brought about by other people, mostly by the George Best, Gary Duff supporters, but the most important thing is the manager of the club and the board. If Alec Ferguson hadn't have said yes, there would have been nothing for Harry Gregg or anybody else, and I appreciate that. It's a very emotional evening for me because this side of football is not my side of football. I just like to play out there, kick lumps out of each other, win the game and get away the hell out of it. I don't like the film star part of it. I don't like the television part of it.
But Harry, it must be very emotional for you to have the match here at Windsor Park, because this is where it all started for you. In fact, you played for the Swifts here, didn't you?
I did. It all started for me way back in 1948, here when I was asked to sign for Linfield and played for Linfield Swifts against Ballymoney, one of the local teams. Honestly, it's a very, very emotional time for me to have been part of what Matt Busby started all those years ago, and which, leaving out a large number of managers that came after him, for Alec Ferguson to take over and follow in his footsteps and do the same things as he did, create his own team to the best of his ability from homegrown players. To be a little part of that when I joined Manchester United for the princely sum of 23,500, of which I got 30 quid. But had I been born a rich man, not being serious, had I been born a rich man, I'd have paid to join Manchester United. That's how much it meant to me.
And there's lots of Irish Reds associated with United, and I'm sure you're proud to be one of them.
I'm very delighted. Going away back to Johnny Carey, going away back to a fellow who kept goals for Manchester United, and then when war broke out, he thought he was going to have to join the services, so he came back here in Ireland and played for Linfield, taking in Sammy McElroy, Bestie, all the lads that came from this part of the country and from the south of Ireland. Wonderful, wonderful people. Liam Whelan, sadly, who died at Munich. Wonderful connection with this country, and long may it continue.
I could listen to Harry Gregg all day. He's got a barrel load of stories to tell as well. A wonderful man. How will he be feeling in the build-up to this?
He won't be relishing it. I'm telling you, sorry, because you get sense there. He's not happy behind the camera. He'd rather be playing or coaching or doing something. He doesn't like this side of it. I've known that for years when I've been talking to him. He just doesn't like the limelight at all. He can't wait till the game starts and get him out of the road. That'll be what Harry's thinking. Hurry up, kick off.
I love the line that came from Harry then. He'd have paid to join Manchester United.
And yeah, I'm sure he would have done as well in those days, because obviously the way Sir Matt Busby was forming the team, everyone wanted to play for them, and I'm sure Harry would have paid for them.
So how do you think the game's going to go then, Sammy? You're going to have a feast of football, some fun and games here?
Yeah, absolutely, and let's have a feast of goals as well. You know, it should be great. I think I hope United go out and try, because the Irish boys will be trying. They don't want to let themselves down in front of a big crowd. Hope we see plenty of goals.
Let's hope so. Right, let's hand you over to your commentary team now of Paddy Crowran, but first, Dave Stowell.
Thank you very much, Sully. Thank you, Sammy, as well. Well, we're here at Windsor Park for what will be an emotional evening, no doubt about that, for all here tonight, and in particular, of course, Harry Gregg, MBE, a wonderful character, and somebody who we will, of course, be seeing a lot of shots of during the course of the evening, someone who will enjoy tonight, but will feel slightly uncomfortable in the spotlight, perhaps. Let's have a look at the two sides before we talk more about Harry the man. Starting with Manchester United lineup like this tonight. Anders Lindegaard starts in goal. The manager saying before the game that he really does need a game after injury, of course, in this campaign. Phil Jones at right back, Patrice Evra left back, and then the centre-half pairing of Rio Ferdinand and, of course, Northern Ireland international Johnny Evans, much loved in these parts. Midfield, Valencia on the right-hand side, who swept the board at the Player of the Year awards last night with three award-winning, or 3 awards rather, that he picked up last night. Nani on the left-hand side of midfield. In the centre of the park, Ji-sung Park and Tom Cleverley, with Michael Owen and Dimitar Berbatov up front, Paddy.
I mean, it doesn't really matter to a great degree what the team it is at Manchester United. Manchester is so welcome here. I mean, the
support they've got, not just in this part of Ireland, but all over Ireland, is incredible. When you come here, when you look at this, and obviously it's all United supporters because it's for Harry Gregg, and it couldn't be for any better. You know, you talk about great players for United, great representative of Manchester United, but for the bravery of the man as well. I mean, who would have that courage? I thought, you must be off your blooming head, Harry, to run into a plane that's ready to explode, but I would expect that from Harry. I've just left him down the stairs with all his family. You're right, very emotional, very thrilled as well about the whole situation.
Let's have a look at the Ireland side tonight. 18 players from 8 different clubs, 6 of them from champions Linfield, who've really dominated the Irish scene in recent years. Alan Blaney in goal, Jim Irvin right back, Ross Redmond left back, and the centre-half pairing of Albert Watson and Howard Beveland. In midfield, we'll see Chris Morrow on the right with Barry Johnston on the left, 2 pacey players with plenty of skill. Philip Lowry in the middle with Jamie Mulgrew, and up front Chris Scannell and Gary McCutcheon. McCutcheon, a Scotsman who scored 34 goals in all competitions for Ballymena this season.
Well, don't look at me, you're going to have to tell me about those lads, because I've only been here half an hour. They're obviously a mixture of everywhere, aren't they?
Absolutely.
Go on, help me.
Well, it's a mixture of the Ireland Premier League players and also a couple of veterans who used to play for Derry City. And Harry Gregg requested that Derry City were represented in this side. They have a game, though, this week, so they couldn't commit a lot of players to it. But 2 of the veterans are in the squad tonight, and actually on the bench.
Well, he's originally from Arrowfield, which is not all that far from there, actually. But I just think it's going to be one of these emotional nights for... I mean, it's emotional for me thinking that we lost the blooming title last Sunday. That's an emotional thing, but I just think it's great that the club have the dignity to come here and play this match for Harry Gregg. I think it's fantastic. Something that Harry deserves unremittingly. That's Martin O'Neill's one of the managers, isn't he?
Yes, Martin O'Neill is managing this Ireland League side.
It's not the only manager. The lad is the manager of Linfield.
Yeah, David Jeffrey it is.
And David is an ex-Manchester United player, I think.
Absolutely, you're stealing all my lines.
No, well, I think David was there when I was at United.
Yes, he was a trainee.
Ancient. He was a trainee, yes, he wasn't.
A trainee 30 years ago, in fact, and since has been a player at Linfield and a manager as well.
And very
tremendous success.
Very successful manager, yeah.
And we're just waiting now for the 2 sides to squeeze out of the tunnel here at Windsor Park. And very shortly, these Irish Premier League players will come toe-to-toe with Manchester United's best.
You know, it's funny coming over the plane this morning, you were on the plane with us. There was 3 brothers from Belgium all the way here for the match. They come to every game at Old Trafford, they said. 3 brothers from Belgium.
That's dedication, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bit of a commute for football, but many fans commute like that to watch these players. Manchester United, the famous red shirts, of course. And interesting to see Johnny Evans given the captain's armband tonight here at Windsor Park. A Belfast boy, Northern Ireland international, and a very proud moment for him to lead Manchester United out in a match honouring one of Northern Ireland's finest.
Yeah, without question. And John himself comes from not very far from, I think he's been in a radius of a couple of miles from here, actually.
So Alex Ferguson has definitely put out the stars tonight. Nani, Everett, Berbatov in a very strong Manchester United starting 11. And the bench ain't bad either. Wayne Rooney, Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes amongst others. And a couple of youngsters given their chance to start their first team careers at Manchester United as well. Michele Fornazier and Luke Giverin.
Yeah, a big thrill for all those lads that are playing from the Irish Premier League and the Southern Ireland Premier League to be playing against Manchester United. You'll find that quite a lot of those lads will be United fans, actually.
Yes, the team is basically made up of United fans, in fact. And
well, that
in
means
some ways that's not surprising, really, is it?
Nobody will be kicking anybody. Not yet, anyway.
Well, not yet, maybe.
Yeah, I've just seen Harry Gregg's son just walk past there, John, just a second ago.
Incredibly proud moment for the family and for Harry in his 80th year.
This will be an embarrassing moment for Harry. I know Harry exceptionally well, so this will be embarrassing for him. Oh, he's let the teams go out for... Oh, they might be doing a line at a guard of honour.
Well, they are going to form a guard of honour for Harry Gregg, which is a wonderful gesture. And it's funny for somebody who's such a character. He'll be just looking forward to this part of it all being over, really.
That's correct.
Well, Well, tonight we salute one of football's true characters, an apprentice carpenter who became a World Cup superstar and one of Manchester United's greatest ever goalkeepers. A straight talker who represented his country at every level of the game and became a true hero during United's darkest hour. A big personality, but he admits he may come across quite shy tonight as Manchester United and Northern Ireland join forces to salute one of their favourite sons.
He's a particularly great friend of mine, Harry, when we lived in Manchester. When I first came to Old Trafford, he used to look after me, take me to games, but he'll be a little bit embarrassed about this. But Harry, you deserve it.
Well, the word right across Windsor Park is hero. It's a word which he is reluctant to accept, really, in description of himself. He is somebody who performed heroics on that night in Munich. And it's easy sometimes to forget what an incredible footballer he was because of what is talked about
for quite a few years. What a goalkeeper. What a goalkeeper.
And it's just a lovely moment for him to drink this all in. And of course, Alan Fettis there, the Manchester United goalkeeping coach, a Northern Ireland born player as well, here to pay tribute to Harry too. Someone who always has a few words for an occasion, rather like yourself, Paddy. Cut from the same cloth, I would say.
Ah, well, I used to have the privilege of having Harry round in my house every Sunday afternoon, him and his family. And fantastic, great family as well. I've just met most of them, well, nearly them all actually, down the stairs here before the game. How is Noreen? How's the kids? Have you let her out of that conservatory yet? I says, yeah, unfortunately, yes. Great moments. It's amazing when he came here to live in Ireland, actually. Harry with his wife. His wife's from Sale, Manchester. And Harry had always this inkling to come back to England, but she won't leave. Can you imagine that? She's from Manchester, living here for God knows how many years, and she's the one that won't go back. Shows you the power of women, doesn't it?
Well, it's going to be a wonderful night here in Northern Ireland, and we'll bring you the whole game, of course, live in honour of that man next. Welcome back to Windsor Park, an emotional evening for Harry Gregg, MBE, who we are honouring tonight in this testimonial. Manchester United against an Irish Premier League 11.
Looks as fit as a butcher's dog, Harry, doesn't he?
He certainly does.
And he's had a couple of strokes, actually. And he's one of these lads that never acknowledges illness or sickness of any sort whatsoever. And honestly, as I said, I've had him round in the house many times, God bless him, when he lived close to me. Plays the guitar and sings like you wouldn't believe. Absolutely fantastic. I've never heard anybody sing Danny Boyle at him.
So he certainly sings it a lot better than you then.
Well, that wouldn't be difficult.
No, a real character, Harry. And it's interesting to hear him sometimes talk about modern day football and hear his opinions on all of that. We've had some very interesting interviews with him over the years on MUTV. And always a pleasure to listen to. Always has a story or 10.
You're right, a story or 10.
And of course, this United squad tonight includes Ryan Giggs, who was today crowned the best Premier League player ever. Sir Alex, the best Premier League manager ever.
Well, when you look at Ryan's record, no wonder. Best ever. I think there were 7 United players in it, wasn't there?
Indeed, United were heavily represented in the best Premier League 11 of the 20 seasons that have gone by. And interesting as well to see Michael Owen and Dimitar Berbatov start tonight. Wayne Rooney on the bench. Now, even though this is a testimonial game, Wayne Rooney won't want to be on the bench, will he? He always wants to be on the pitch.
He'll want to play. He'll want to play. But he'll come on, and I think to everybody's delight, probably at half-time.
Nice to see those two up front, though, together tonight. Berbatov at 31, Owen at 32. Two players who've seen their chances limited so far in this season. Get a chance to start together at the very end of it. Owen, who's been out injured since November, missed a wide variety of games. Dimitar Berbatov, who's back in the side tonight, wearing that famous number 9 shirt. It's going to be Ireland who are going to kick us off, though. with a mixture of attack-minded players who'd love to catch Anders Lindegaard unawares tonight and score against Manchester United. The referee is Raymond Krangle. All the officials tonight are local from Belfast. It's all about Harry tonight. In his 80th year, two of his great loves combined to say thanks for the memories. Manchester United and Northern Ireland. And this Windsor Park ground packed to the rafters, full of fans who've loved to watch him and have heard all about him if they haven't seen him play or seen him being interviewed. Somebody who always has something to say, and will certainly enjoy watching this game tonight, even if he perhaps doesn't enjoy the limelight at all the times. Here's Tom Cleverley in the centre of the park for United tonight. Antonio Valencia there, who won all of the 3 major awards at the United Player of the Year awards that we brought you live on MUTV last night. Quite a night for him. Somebody else really who doesn't like the limelight, doesn't like the spotlight.
Another one, that's true.
Just likes to play his game and get on with it. Rio Ferdinand across to United captain tonight, Johnny Evans. Nice touch that from the manager to give him the armband this evening.
Well, the one thing you want to see in actual fact for the crowd's sake is plenty of goals.
It's been a long and painful season in some ways for these United players. Very good season in terms of points accrued and goals scored, but obviously Sunday was a very bitter pill to swallow. Now here's an early touch for McCutcheon, who goes for goal, and no surprise that he does. The league's top scorer with 25 goals in 37 games, 34 goals in all competitions, and he has the first shot of the night.
Well, when you're inside the box and you're a striker, why not?
An early confidence boost perhaps for this home side here tonight, but here goes Tom Cleverley. Phil Jones there with him. He's looking for Berbatov, who was offside.
Not a lot in that either.
Well, that was quite close, was it? Let's have a look.
Yeah, not a lot in it either. Look at this, the lad on this side.
Well, he's on, really, isn't he?
Yeah, he was on.
Played on by Albert Watson, Player of the Year at Linfield this year. And Linfield have taken the Irish Premier League by storm in recent years. The most successful club in the land, and 6 doubles in the last 7 years in league and cup competitions.
Oh, I love the little dummy.
Cleverley out to Antonio Valencia, looking to play it back to Tom Cleverley here, who's trying to win the race with Blaney.
Goalkeeper. Well done, goalkeeper. He had to be brave there, didn't he? Yeah, he's had to be brave here, the goalkeeper. Yeah, a bit of courage for your goalkeeper.
Alan Blaney it is in goal tonight, the Linfield goalkeeper, in fact, and a Northern Ireland international. Has played football in England for Southampton and Stockport, Bournemouth and Brighton, Doncaster and Oldham. Here's Park winning it back, finding Nani, who takes the scenic route. Run back though by Chris Morrow. Scannell eventually out to McCutcheon.
Oh, he just overhit that.
Yeah, Redmond was trying to get to the ball but ran out of pitch.
Yeah, he just overhit that.
Well, he really is the one to watch up front. The Ulster Footballer of the Year. And although these players wearing green here tonight aren't exactly high profile when compared to the likes of Manchester United, there are plenty out there with plenty about them. Goal scorers galore up front and in midfield, and defenders at the back who like to put up stout resistance. Jones to Berbatov. Nani, nice little dummy.
Oh, he thought Michael Owen was going to read it. He didn't.
Chris Morrow asking an awful lot there of James Mulgrew. Everywhere you go in this city, Paddy, it's all Manchester United, really, isn't it?
It is, without question. To be fair, Liverpool have a fair support as well, but mainly United. Well, when you look at some of the players that have came from this city to play for Manchester United, you're not surprised. And now you've got young Johnny Evans.
Michael Owen here.
Oof, dear me, you got a whack there, Michael.
Challenge came in there from Barry Johnston.
He wasn't holding back, was it?
You know, it's a big Manchester United city when you walk down the street with you and you can't go more than 100 yards without being stopped.
Oh, well.
Either that or people want something.
I might owe them something.
Here's Phil Jones in at right back tonight, which we may see him in the Euros for England, of course, over the course of the summer. Might well be in that squad for Roy Hodgson and Gary Neville to work with, of course, after his appointment to the England staff.
He's done well there, Roy Hodgson, to pick Gary Neville. Certainly not got a yes man there, that's for sure.
I was with Gary yesterday on the golf course. In fact, you were as well, weren't you? And he was saying how...
I never got the chance to talk to him, actually.
Here's Valencia. Oh, Johnston again, quickly in on the challenge. He wants to leave his mark tonight. Here's Everett. He's played more times than anyone else for United this season, 47 games.
Off again, Everett's off.
Gets it back from Nani, just a little behind Everett, but he's still collected the ball. Nani again. Into Berbatov. Back to Nani, who finds some space here. Valencia, Nani again. Back to Valencia, he's got to be offside.
Yeah, he's offside.
Different postcode from the Irish defence, but nice finish anyway.
There's no question about the offside. Just watch Nani, he keeps running. He keeps running, he keeps running. Look at him. Only 3 or 4 yards offside. The finish was good.
It's going to be a free kick for the home side. Johnston over the ball. He's going to leave it, though, I think, for Redmond. And, of course, they are both, along with their peers, managed by Martin O'Neill tonight, who actually left the picking of the squad to his assistant David Jeffrey.
David would know all the players more than Martin, probably.
Well, that's exactly what Martin said, in fact, was, you know the Irish League much better than I do. In comes the cross in there, which Lindegaard leaves. Martin O'Neill, of course, with all things Sunderland on his mind these days. But many of the fans here at Windsor Park have perhaps been dreaming of Martin O'Neill leading out the home side here for many years. Heavily linked with Northern Ireland on many occasions. At least he gets the chance tonight to manage.
Oh, that's a good ball. That is a good ball. Will you catch that, Michael?
Owen chasing 2 there with him. What was the challenge like there? It's an interesting one. Came in from Jim Irvin.
I don't think any of them could get out of the road of each other.
Johnston again in the challenge, this time with Everett. Valencia. Cleverly to Jones, back to Antonio Valencia again. To Owen,
a good ball.
again.
That is a good ball. Trouble here. Trouble. Oh, the wrong side.
The wrong side. First and just poked it back to his goalkeeper.
Yeah, he's put it down the left side, which was drifting away from Michael all the time.
Well, the Irish side at the moment just can't keep hold of the ball in the middle of the park, which is allowing United to see plenty of it. Cleverly out to Jones. Nani scoops it for Owen.
Just the wrong side of Jones. Just a little bit keen, Phil Jones, to get forward.
Interesting to hear Harry Gregg before the game, and indeed during the course of the week in the build-up to this match, talking about how great Sir Matt Busby was, obviously, and Sir Alex Ferguson likewise, and saying that Eric Cantona was really the bridge between the team of the Babes and the present-day side. For him, those were the 2 best bits of Manchester United.
Matt Busby signed Harry paid, I mean, Harry's talking about 23,000. That was mad money in those days for a goalkeeper.
A world record fee from Doncaster.
I can't remember Harry in 58 was selected the best goalkeeper in the world when he played for Northern Ireland in the World Cup.
Absolutely, the World Cup that was in Sweden, and he performed fantastically for his country.
You won't remember, but that was the advent of Pele. You weren't even born then, were you?
Well, I wasn't going to say that, but you're right.
Yeah, all right then.
I just look a lot older than I am. Tom Cleverley trying to burrow his way through there. The challenge came in from Philip Lowry, whose brother Stephen is on the bench tonight for this Irish side. And Cleverley immediately regains possession.
That's well played.
Nani looking for Owen. And good defending in the end there from Albert Watson.
He did well to get it back to the goalkeeper. I thought he was going to find Valencia at one stage. You can't see Valencia on there, but the little chip defender does well to get it back to the goalkeeper. Must have been a shout from the goalkeeper.
Nani, who's closing in on 200 games for Manchester United now. 36 goals in 195 appearances for Sir Alex's side. Here's Cleverley. Valencia up to Berbatov. Just too many green-shirted players around. Johnston gets it back from Morrow. Often in a game like this, Paddy, I suppose the home side just kind of want to feel their way into the game. These players don't play together at all, of course.
Exactly, they don't know each other. And the longer they can keep no score, the bigger the lift it will be for them.
We often see this when we go on tour and watch games like the MLS All-Stars, where first 20 minutes are a bit chaotic.
What are you doing there, Phil?
Morrow with a chance to shoot here.
Oh, that's a chance. That's a chance.
The Northern Ireland Football Writers Footballer of the Year, with an opportunity there to test the goalkeeper, which he didn't really take. It all came from Phil Jones.
Yeah, but he hits it well, doesn't he? He hits this well. If he keeps this down, this could have easily finished up the back of the net, but no.
Scored a goal to win the Iron Brew League Cup for his team Crusaders this season. Here's Berbatov playing with that usual swagger. Nani, who started on the left, he's sort of playing a little bit of a free role at the moment, as is Berbatov in his own inimitable style. Towards Owen here. And he just pushed off the ball. This Carling Premiership in Northern Ireland this season, won by Linfield by 14 points. Portadown was second, Cliftonville third. Linfield really the team to beat at the moment. And here's Cleverley.
Too much.
Looking for
It's quite a surprise over here if anybody else but Linfield went there, actually. They're the strongest team.
Header out by Jim Irvin, one of Linfield's players. He's been there for 8 years, used to be a ball boy.
Yeah, just overhit that cross.
Nani. Evra with him. Berbatov as well. That's in towards Cleverley. Bit of a lazy one.
Asking too much. Yeah, there's a little bit of a break on here. He's getting back well, Patrice Evra. Oh, that's a poor pass.
He's right behind Chris Scannell.
Stays where Valencia could be in here. He could be in Valencia 1-against-1.
Here is Valencia taking on Redmond. Getting his ball.
Oh, that's a good ball as well. It's going to. Oh, he's headed it for the corner. Well done, defender.
Well, he wasn't sure where Nani was and didn't want to take any chances.
He was right behind him, Nani.
Plenty in the middle here for Nani's corner. Phil Jones jostling for position. Short for Cleverley. And he takes over again in towards Berbatov, almost left for Park.
Did Berbatov get a touch on that and take it away from Park?
I just wonder if Park thought it was going to be left for him. Berbatov wasn't sure quite where he was. Here's Scammell. Park wins it back. Evans to Owen. Now Phil Jones. Michael Owen comes deep.
Oh, just took a flick off the defender, that little clever back heel from Berbatov. Oh, John, you've missed that.
No chance for Jamie Mulgrew to run through from midfield, but Phil Jones should have that under control. And
oh, that was never going out. It did well, young Mulgrew. That was never going out, that.
Real desire being shown by these Irish players here tonight. Big occasion for them. Phil Jones looking up the line towards Park. It's Mulgrew with the header, though, towards Morrow. He takes it away from Cleverly.
Be careful of the challenge.
Back to McCutcheon. Redmond is going to spin that one in, headed away by Evans. Park then to Jones, who elects to run with it. Finds Michael Owen here.
Could be something on here.
Referee plays an advantage, which Berbatov takes and looks for Nanny. Evra well forward here as well.
No, he's not off. They're looking for off, but he's not.
Berbatov in towards Owen, not quite there though. Cleverly bounces it off Scammell. And now it's Nanny. Into Cleverly, good ball. Now Michael Owen maybe.
Oh, he's just put it the wrong side of Michael. They just played it in front of him. Michael could have been a shot at goal.
Michael Owen, who has an incredible goals to starts ratio for Manchester United.
And here's a problem. Here's a problem.
Jones for Berbatov, and Owen is all on his own in the middle. Berbatov will find him, and Owen, oh no, he's offside, and he's off target anyway. He wasn't to know the flag would be raised. The finish wasn't textbook Michael Owen, was it?
No, he's took his eye off the ball, actually. I think he's looking at the goal. Yeah, I thought Berbatov might have waited another second or two, but no, he's onside there. He's not offside. I don't know why the linesman's given offside, but he's not offside.
I just wonder if Berbatov maybe was offside.
No.
And he waited until he touched the ball.
Been a total mess about Michael.
Tommy Fairfield, the assistant with the flag. In the end, it doesn't matter who was offside or when they were offside, because the ball ends up wide anyway.
Yeah.
There's Park tumbling under the challenge from Lowry.
He just took Lowry by surprise there. We'll give him his away.
Berbatov. Owen, little flick back for Berbatov.
He was asking a lot. He was asking a lot.
I think Irvin wanted that ball more. Cutchin going to run at Phil Jones. We've already had almost 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's been quite good, hasn't it?
When you consider that all of the players on the pitch here tonight have had long seasons, either for United or for their various clubs, it's been a game with a decent amount of energy in it. Here's Park. Johnston again there to win the ball back. Nanny and Evra combine.
Oh, he's in there. They're not going to catch him. They're not going to catch him.
Galloping through the middle. Evra, lovely goal.
No, they're never going to catch him.
Used to be a striker and finished like one, didn't he? Yeah. Fantastic run and finish. United lead 1-0.
No, they would never catch them. Yeah, he just plays a little 1-2 there. But Michael gets the touch and he's off. And they ain't going to catch him. Yeah, the pace takes him away from everybody. Goalie, no chance.
Just found a gaping hole in that Irish back line. Cool head at the end of it too. And Patrice Evra scores a rare goal.
That's the pace of Evra. It creates that big gap in the defence.
He's only scored 3 times competitively in his United career in almost 300 games. So it's not a sight we see very often.
Didn't realise that. I think the attacking that he does, he would score more, wouldn't you?
292 competitive appearances for Patrice, and it's a moment to cherish, really, to see that roll into the back of the net from him. Here come the Irish in response with Ross Redmond.
Too close to the goalkeeper.
Right underneath the ball was Anders Lindegaard. Always keep an eye on goalkeepers on a night like this when you're paying tribute to one of the best.
Yes.
And there he is. Wondering if perhaps one of the 2 glovesmen on the pitch at the moment, or maybe the ones who'll join later, might catch the eye. I know that when he joined United, the newspapers in the early days said if they signed a goalkeeper or a ball playing centre half, because he loved the distribution side, didn't he?
He was doing things there that no goalie could. Harry was coming off his line out 12, 14 yards. Unheard of. Unheard of. Because most goalkeepers never come off the line. But he was. That's what made him the great goalkeeper he was. Come and clutch balls well outside the penalty, well, far past the penalty spot. Put the fear of life into everybody, even his own players.
Well, I suppose at that point, with United rebuilding the side around him after the tragedy of 1958, it was important that he was sort of a pivotal figure, wasn't it? A tower of strength.
Believe me, when he came off his line to get the ball, he didn't care who was in front of him. A red jersey, whatever colour, you cop for it. That was off his shoulder, that, wasn't it? Good trick,
look like it. Tom Cleverley chasing after it here. McCutcheon picked it up, back to Redmond. One of the players who's got a fantastic reputation in this Northern Irish League. Blaney's kick finds Cleverley. Park looks to flick it to Berbatov, who looks for Owen.
This could be trouble.
Little drop for Berbatov, who might fancy it.
Good shot. Just put it straight at the goalkeeper. He hits that very well. Yeah, he hits this well, doesn't he, Berbatov? Unfortunate, straight at the goalkeeper.
Only 19 appearances in this campaign for Dimitar Berbatov, just 11 from the start. It's been a frustrating one for him.
Certainly has.
It's just short of 150 games competitively in the United shirt as well. Of course, at this stage of the season, there's a lot of speculation about who might come, who might go, as we head towards another pre-season tour in a few months' time, which you can see live, every game live, only on MUTV. Evans to Jones, and now to Park, who's been busy in this opening 23 minutes or so. Everett into Cleverley. Everett has kept his run going here. Cleverley trying to spin on the ball. There's a lot of interchanging in that United midfield, isn't there, at the moment, Paddy?
Yes, and you think nearly all those lads were playing golf yesterday. It's not quite the right preparation for a football match.
Manchester United Foundation Golf Day yesterday at Dunham Forest will bring you the best of the action from that golf day in a half-hour programme which features Mr. Crerand.
No, I'm sure if it's the best, I'm not on it then.
Well, there's some cheeky little putting at the end of the day from your team. Offside there against Nani.
That's a sure he was offside there. Maybe he'd been back in time.
wonder if those two are talking about transfers, whether they have been over the past few days, what they've got up their sleeves.
They will have been.
We'll be waiting to break that news for you when we know it. Interesting to hear the manager talk last night about Paul Scholes on the MUTV sofa at the awards do, saying that Scholesy will be hanging around.
That's good news, that, actually. Never mind his age, it's good news. When you're top-class players, you want them to play. Doesn't matter about age, as long as you're fit.
And of course, we're entering silly season when you get linked with everybody under the sun, anyone who's any good anyway. Johnny Evans underneath that, just got caught under it, but Scannell's touch favoured Ferdinand. I think ManUnited.com did a bit of a survey last summer that they looked at how many players in the papers United had been linked with. It was something like 74.
Oh, I think it was a lot more than that. I would think it'd probably be a lot more than that.
Certainly isn't room for that many new faces.
Well, I think I got mentioned, didn't I?
Berbatov just got a touch for that. It's come through to Redmond, though.
You're not going to shoot from there, so that's bravery on your part.
40 yards maybe there?
Yeah.
Here's Berbatov looking for Valencia. Doesn't quite have the legs to win the race there ahead of Watson. Nani towards Cleverly, but one back by the Irish and by McCutcheon here. You can't play it through Park. Valencia just sold Berbatov a little short. Pass back which Michael Owen almost seized upon. Johnston takes control of it and nods it towards Lowry. Most of the pitch now bathed in shade.
Oh, well done, Patrice. Crowd loved that.
Lovely from Patrice Evra, wasn't it? It's the kind of thing you see in testimonials. It's a shame we don't see that more often, really, in games, but... Nani back to Valencia.
Oh.
Nani again. Almost through.
Playing. Very tight.
Now Redmond. Jones got in the way, and that'll drop to Nani here. Just slightly overran it. And allowed Howard Beveland to win the ball back, but again, it quickly comes back to United. The story of the first half an hour or so really here.
You'd still like to see more shots at goal, wouldn't you?
Neither goalkeepers really had too much to do. Alan Blaney has picked the ball out of the net once from Patrice Evra. Now Valencia, maybe he can change things here. Cleverly forward, so's Owen. It's towards Berbatov. It'll come here for Evra.
Can't lose it there because Patrice Evra's gone forward. And you have lost it, Patrice Evra in the outside left position.
Phil Jones is forward as well there. Back in position now, though, as Redmond takes it up. Here he is again. Cleared forward, looking for Scannell, but it's not going to find him. Johnny Evans can't keep it. It's off Jones. It's a little bit scrappy at the moment, isn't it? Fair to say,
yes, it is. Yeah.
Just shy of 30 caps for Northern Ireland. Johnny Evans there. Has scored for his country. Scored much quicker for his country than for his club, in fact, but did net this season for Sir Alex's side down at Wolves. Here's McCutcheon and Cheetham Park with some tigerish work to make sure he made the ball his own. Here's Patrice Evra then, the only scorer in the game so far after half an hour. Nani being chased down by Jim Irvine, former Nottingham Forest player. Now Berbatov, Owen ahead of him. That's where the ball goes. Nani looking to find Berbatov in the middle.
Took a deflection off the defender.
It's the kind of game that has the slow rhythm to it at times that Dimitar Berbatov likes. And then suddenly a change of pace. Just not quite finding the ball to him at the moment.
Little foul against Rio there for pushing. Can't do that.
Here's Mulgrew. Irvine to Lowry. Johnston up against Rio Ferdinand here, and
you know, the ground seems strange, isn't it? The ball seems dead every time it bounces. Oh, he's looking for a corner. Oh, he's got the corner.
Well, there he's got the corner off Patrice Evra. Yeah, there is a slightly odd bounce to the ball.
Yeah,
it doesn't
slows it
lift
down
high off the ground.
Congratulations, Harry. Enjoy your night. Nice that banner behind the goal, isn't it?
In it comes. Plenty in there in green, including Morrow, who got a touch to it. Valencia trying to shepherd it away. Morrow again.
Just try to work an opening for the cross.
Valencia in the way again. Well, I can tell you the attendance here tonight, and it's a fantastic 14,098 inside Windsor Park.
That must be fantastic. I come along with a few Irish lads here. Gary Carroll from Big United support. This is the ground holds 13,000.
Yeah, it's basically normally 12,000. They've managed to put in an extra bank of seating behind the ground.
Is that what it is?
And the goal away to our right-hand side. So it's just extended things. In comes the corner. Tricky one maybe for Lindegaard, but he holds on well.
And it's a good throw out as well.
Park to Michael Owen. Fantastic for Windsor Park to be a complete sellout on a night like this for Harry Gregg.
Lovely evening as well.
There's Johnny Evans. Now Valencia. Just thought he had a bit more time than Albert Watson gave him. Players actually played in Europe during the time he spent in the Irish Premier League. In fact, a few players have actually in this side, including the substitute goalkeeper today, Sean O'Neill, who played against Spurs this season. Or rather, played against Fulham in the past, I should say.
Shamrock Rovers.
No, he played for Crusaders.
Oh, Crusaders.
Against Fulham in the Europa League qualifiers earlier this season. It's out by Jones off his opposite number. Howard Beveland for a United throw-in. So Alex Ferguson, who today has said goodbye to a couple of United youngsters, Richie Delat and Matt James, who you may have heard of swapped Old Trafford for the King Power Stadium. They joined Leicester City, and we wish them all the very best with their futures, of course. Two very talented youngsters we've seen plenty of in the reserves, and Richie Delat in the first team as well in their spells with United. Jones in towards Nani. Sliding challenges from Redman. McCutcheon. Now here goes Mulgrew, and Phil Jones was back.
I think he was looking to get down there, Mulgrew, wasn't he? He knows he's not going to beat him for pace. Watch this, just goes in front of him, just to get the little nudge he's got that. I don't think he was going to go past him anyway. But he's won the free kick.
Free kick, which is going to be spun in by Redman here.
Somebody get their head in it.
6 teammates in the box to aim at.
Straight at Rio Ferdinand.
And cleverly to Valencia, who has some room and opts to hit it long for Nani.
He's miskicked it. Screwed off the outside of his boot.
Here's Johnston. Towards Lowry, it's forward to Scannell. And again, Rio gets a toe to the ball and sets Evra away.
Oh, that's not good enough. That's casual. Give the ball away as easy as that.
Drops to McCutcheon, and now it's Morrow. Mulgrew, and eventually out for a Irish throw-in. Almost a little bit short for Irvin. Berbatov couldn't quite get there. Now Scannell, away from Park. Plenty of support here, including McCutcheon, who's beaten to it by Johnny Evans. It's loose from Johnston, and cleverly, expertly finds Dimitar Berbatov.
If he keeps going here, he could be in Michael Owen.
And Nani's got it. Owen is in the middle. Valencia's backing him up too, and Nani, in the end, shrugged off it by Albert Watson, the captain.
Well, he's done tremendous there, Watson, had he? No wonder you're gasping for breath, son. He's a bit quick. That's terrific defending.
Michael Owen. Look at Patrice Evra on the edge of the box there. He is playing as a centre forward at the moment, the way he bombs forward and stays there. Michael Owen just looks at him and says, no, that's my spot. Here's Cleverly. Evra back to Cleverly, back to Evra again. Marauding forward in this first half. Nani to Owen. Valencia. It's all very oh so nearly on the edge of that Irish box at the moment.
These lads will tire, surely.
Well, the Irish side have 7 substitutes. Manchester United have 8. So we'll have that fun point in the second half where your pen works overtime, trying to scribble the names down in the right positions.
It's not so bad when you know the United players, but you don't know the opposition so much.
Now McCutcheon, no one in the middle to hit here, so he's got to hold on to it. Redman up against Johnny Evans, and Evans wins out. Cleverly, Berbatov's made the run, he's onside.
He's going to give him it back.
He should do, and he does. It's Tom Cleverly here. Owen in the middle. He didn't look for him, and Watson again came across.
He changed his mind. He wasn't sure whether he was going to pass it or not, Tom Cleverly. He wasn't sure whether he should hit it or pass it. Yeah, he's played in here. Should have hit it or should have passed it? He's looking to pass it. Or is he trying to take the defender on?
Cleverly's corner short to Phil Jones. Back to Cleverly, plenty of height on that, towards Evans. And it was nodded out by Beverland. And Johnny Evans gets a hero's reception on that far side from the Windsor Park crowd. Owen beaten to it by his opposite number. Here's McCutcheon. Plenty of space on this near side for Redmond, and he finds him. Johnston gets it back. Lines up a shot maybe on the right foot. Well, they had Lindegaard worried.
I think it was going wide anyway. Just covering his goalpost, the goalkeeper. Yeah, it's a good effort. He's looked quite good actually, number 10, isn't it? I know he's an experienced player. Oh no, you're right, he had the goalie worried.
Barry Johnston from Cliftonville, 32 years old. He spent 13 years at the club. Not a bad effort at all. Berbatov.
It's overhit.
Jones was the target. It'll go back to the goalkeeper though.
He's miskicked at the goalie.
Nanny picks up the scraps and finds Everett. Well played by Larry though, stood up to him. Only 4 minutes to go of this first half now.
They've done well, the Ireland select.
Not so well here though, as Owen takes the ball away from Watson. They recover though. Now it's Morrow who charges forward with the ball, looking for Redmond. McCutcheon. Johnston. Lowry and Irvine working well together. Lowry's going to keep going here.
I'm just going to say, can he get a half decent cross in? No. Got a player down hurt actually.
Yeah,
Jeffy's hurt.
Jim Irvine, the right back, I think is down in some pain. Not absolutely sure what happened there, to be honest, and how he got hurt.
It was a clash.
Referee just checking he's all right. Here's a fullback who loves to bomb forward. See what happened here.
Not sure what happened there. Can you see that?
Really just seemed to try and jump to get out of the way of Nanny. Maybe landed awkwardly on his ankle or something. Anyway,
he's all right. That's the important thing.
Well, bumps and bruises don't hurt so much when you have a once-in-a-lifetime chance to play Manchester United. You'll certainly see it through to half-time, which is only a couple of minutes away. A couple of defenders on the bench for the Irish tonight. Peter Hutton and Sean Hargan, two former Derry City players. A couple of veterans at 37 and 39.
Well, he's going to take
Mulgrew.
I thought he was going to take him on there.
Went with the wrong foot, I think.
Yeah, it certainly was. He was a bit impatient once he got inside the box. I thought he was going to take Johnny Evans on. Just over excitement, maybe. Maybe that's what it is, Dave. He's in there, he's desperate to get a shot and so impatient.
Well, he's had a decent season in front of goal, 5 in the league from 25 appearances from the centre of the park. Now it's Morrow. He's going to play it through for Scannell, who's onside, but Lindegaard beat him to it.
Oh dear me, that was a chance. I think it might have been Phil Jones that played him onside. It was the linesman on that side being a bit kind.
He's cleverly Johnny Evans, who just for a moment had bombed forward. Here he is. Into the final 30 seconds of this first half, which has been an enjoyable one, hasn't it?
Yes, it has been enjoyable for the crowd as well, which is more important.
Everett looking to add to his tally here, maybe.
Nobody in the box, you've got to get someone on it. Oh, he could
have gone down there, maybe.
If he'd have gone down, he might have had to give the penalty to the referee. There was a push.
Ferdinand up against Scannell, and the referee says foul.
Rio doesn't agree. I think there may have been a push there, Rio.
And that's half-time. Not too many opportunities of note in front of goal for either side, really, but the one that was taken particularly well, particularly coolly, by a rampaging fullback was Patrice Evra. And Harry Gregg will have really enjoyed seeing that one nestle in the back of the net. A goalkeeper who appreciates good football, appreciates good goals. And that was a very good speedy run forward by Evra and finish as well. An enjoyable first half, and at the break, Manchester United lead by 1-0.
Yeah, so good stuff so far. Patrice Evra with the only goal of the game. Sammy McElroy and I will go through all the events of that first half when we come back after the break. We are here to honour Harry Gregg. It's been a wonderful occasion so far. The watching crowd have been treated to some top-class football. United lead 1-0 at the break. Welcome back to Windsor Park, here at the home of Northern Ireland football. It is the Irish Premier League Select 11-0, Manchester United 1. The watching Harry Gregg will have been delighted about what he's seen so far. It's been a great entertainment for the fans, and everyone seems to be enjoying it. The crowd are in great voice.
Yeah, they are. They've been in great voice all the first half, and they've only seen one goal, though, but they're hoping for more, and I'm sure the manager will make a few substitutions. United have dominated, really, the half as we expected, but I think the fans would like to see a little bit more action around the goal mouth. The Irish boys, to their credit, have come into it the last 5 minutes, tested the goalkeeper on a couple of occasions, so they'll be quite pleased. It's still only 1-0.
Johnny Evans was given the honour of leading the side out, continuing this fine line of Northern Irish footballers to play for Manchester United, which began with Jackie Blanchflower back in the 50s. And it's a great occasion for Johnny, this leading his club out at his national stadium.
Oh yeah, that's great. It's great for the family here who's watching Johnny, and Johnny's going to be a big say in the Northern Ireland's team over the next few years. You know,
they can build it around him.
Build it around him. But actually, Johnny here plays sometimes left back.
Yeah, I saw that. It's a strange one, really.
Strange one.
To see him centre half.
But he is a centre half, and I'm sure the new manager will have him at centre half where his best position is. But you're right, they will build around him for the next 10 years.
OK, to the action from the first half then. We have only had the one goal. That's the only disappointment. Some great football, though, in and around this goal. Patrice Evra scored the goal. Our French left-back, Captain Pat, well, usually the captain of the Reds. A great run here, Sammy, and a fantastic little finish.
He's probably been our best attacker, Sully, this half. Look where he takes it from his own half, plays a nice little 1-2 here with Michael Owen, and once he's in a run here, you're not going to catch him. He stays composed, keeper comes, slots it by him. Great goal for a left-back especially.
Yeah, he began his career as a striker, as Dave Stowell alluded to in commentary.
You can tell that, sorry, can't you? That's a cool finish. That's a cool finish.
And to be fair to Blaney in the goals there for the Premier League Select, it didn't have much of a chance.
Not much chance. Once it's a one-on-one, Evra, he stayed cool and slotted it past him. Good goal.
Yeah, so arguably Evra, our best attacker. Dimitar Berbatov will contest that because he's been excellent playing alongside Michael Owen up front. And this was a good chance for Berbatov. He hit it well, but unfortunately straight at Blaney.
He got good power in the shot, and when it bounces here, he's going to have one thing in his mind: test the goalkeeper, which he does. If that goes either right or left, you might get a different result. But he does test the goalkeeper. He hits it really well. Just sits up nice for him here. And he has a decent shot, well saved by Blaney.
Good hands, because Owen, like the predator he is, was following that shot up.
Absolutely. In case it comes off the goalkeeper, Michael's there to top it in.
The Irish Premier League Select haven't been without chances. Chris Morrow, in fact, had one which it's a decent chance. Not a great chance, but he's done reasonably well here.
It is. I mean, Jonesy gets himself in a little bit of a mess here, and slots across the goal. He takes a good touch there. I think he'll be disappointed he doesn't actually hit the target.
Jones might have done better in the corner there.
Either kick it in the touch or play Johnny Evans in, but he only has one and he just can't keep it down underneath the bar and doesn't give Lindegaard any trouble.
Yeah, Morrow will be reliving that moment because he'll think he might have scored against Manchester United.
Absolutely, and it's our best opening really of the game. That was our best opening, and he didn't test the goalkeeper.
Yeah, that was close. Johnston's effort was perhaps closer, just fading out wide at the last minute.
Yeah,
he's kind of cut across the ball a little bit here. It was a fine effort.
But again, he's got confidence in his ability there, and he takes it, and it does make Lindegaard work. And when you see it here from this angle, it looks as if it's going on target, and it just fades away at the last moment, but it makes the keeper work. Good effort.
Plenty of dip and swerve on that shot.
Yeah, there was. You know, he's done this here for Cliftonville. He's been there a few years, and he's a decent player in this level.
So that was the closest that the Irish Premier League Select 11 came to a goal. Dimitar Berbatov has come close for United, like we saw that chance just a moment ago. Plenty of speculation about his future, Sammy. But he oozes class, doesn't he? And this kind of game is perfect for him. The pace of it, he can just do what he wants.
I mean, you know, we're talking about where he's playing. He's been all over the park. He plays where he wants. He's getting the ball. He's showing lovely little touches.
No look pass there.
Yeah, absolutely. And one touch all the time to him. He knows where players are. And he is great. You know, he's got great ability, and he's shown it tonight in front of these fans. Knows where people is. Never panics as well, Sully. He knows exactly who's around him. And he's got great vision as well. He can spot a pass, put cleverly in there, but Tom didn't know where to shoot or pass and got it taken away from him.
Now, it would be a shame to lose Berbatov, but it looks like his future might be elsewhere.
Well, you think at his age and his stage of his career, Sully, he wants regular football. Unfortunately, he hasn't had it this season at United, so he may be looking elsewhere.
The first half as a whole then, Sammy, how do you assess it?
Well, I think Sir Alex will be saying, OK, you know, we are totally in control as we expect, but let's go and please the fans. Let's have a few more shots at goal. He will make changes, there's no doubt about it. Hopefully Scholes and Giggsy will come on and just to lift this crowd even more, and we might see more goals.
And we might see a couple of the youngsters get their chance.
Absolutely.
Nazir on the bench, Given on the bench, they'll be relishing this opportunity.
Well, in front of 14,000 people as well, it'll be a great occasion for them.
Yeah, the fans certainly enjoying the game, bathed in sunshine at least half the ground here. It is a lovely night here in Belfast. It's funny to see how many red shirts there are here. I know we're the away team technically, but really we're not. United the home team tonight.
I mean, right round the ground it's Manchester United shirts, little kids with their shirts and their scarves on. It's an unbelievable occasion for them, and they are enjoying it.
Yeah, come on, let's treat them to a few more goals in this second half. Goals just like Patrice Evra provided in that first half. A neat little 1-2 with Michael Owen, and a finish that any striker would have been proud of. 1-0 United lead at half-time. Welcome back. We will bring you the second half shortly, but first let's go down pitch side and join Helen McConnell, who's with Martin O'Neill.
Good evening, Martin, and I'm sure you're very glad to be back in Belfast for this occasion tonight.
Well, it's a great occasion. Harry Gregg's testimonial really deserves it as well too, for being the player that he was, the goalkeeper that he was, and obviously the man that he was.
And just tell us what you think Harry means to the people of Northern Ireland, and to see them here tonight to support him.
Well, people of my age, I think he means a great deal to, because you know, I grew up knowing about Harry Gregg, about his exploits on the field, and about his courage in the Munich air crash. So he was a hero, very much in the mould of George Best. And I think that you know, like everything else in this day and age, modern day and age, when heroes sometimes are forgotten of yesteryear, it's great that he's honoured tonight.
And great to see Manchester United here as well, and the people of Belfast will really appreciate that tonight.
Well, I think Sir Alex has a great deal of knowledge about the history of Manchester United now. He's been a phenomenal manager, and he would have brought this very, very strong team here tonight. He's well aware of the culture of Manchester United. He's well aware of the great legends of the game. He is one himself, of course, and Harry Gregg is part of all of that.
In terms of the match itself, it's a close one so far, Martin.
Our team are doing really fine. You know, we've had a couple of scares, but we've also had a couple of attacks as well too in the game. And I think the lads, initially overawed with you know, with the might of Manchester Manchester United, but they're beginning to find their feet. You know, those are probably famous last words, you know, but they're doing really fine. We'll probably make a couple of changes in the second half later on, but at the moment we're doing fine.
Thanks, Martin. Enjoy your evening.
No problem. Thank you.
Yeah, great to see Martin O'Neill here. I'd have liked him even more had he let Sunderland lose 10-0 to us at the weekend and made us win the league on goals difference. Yeah, that was the question to ask, wasn't it? But the teams are emerging now, and let's hope for more goals this half.
Yeah, that's
we've had some fun. We've had some games so far. We see Ashley Young there.
Ashley Young, that's
so
a good
they've
move.
made a change. At least we'll get news on all the changes shortly. But more goals this half, please.
That's just what's missing, to be honest with you. The football's been great. It's been a nice slow build-up, but around the goal area we need to see more shots and get the crowd more excited.
OK then, time now then to hand you back to your match commentators, the Red Man, Paddy Crowand and Dave Stowell.
Thanks very much, Mark. Thanks, Sammy. Good to hear from Martin O'Neill there in the break.
Coming on?
Well,
Dave.
who's
the young lad?
We're just looking now down here, Paddy, and we're seeing that Luke Giverin looks like he's going to come on
is that the young
for
lad?
Manchester United. And there he is, and also Ashley Young. And we're going to see various changes throughout the course of this second half. It's going to be very interesting to try and keep up with them. So get your pen and paper ready.
It's getting younger, isn't it?
Luke Giverin, this will be a first-team debut for him. He's going to wear the number 55. A young fullback who's played in the academy and the reserves this term. And he's somebody who's made 9 appearances
he's come
this
on
term.
For Patrice Evra, hasn't
It looks like he's going to come on at left back for Patrice Evra, yes. And a player who's very dangerous from free kicks. Although I'm sure there'll be a bit of a queue for those kind of set pieces in the Manchester United first team. Substitution in goal, first of all, for the Irish side. Sean O'Neill, the goalkeeper from Crusaders, who played against Fulham in the Europa League qualifying stages earlier this season. He's come on to replace Alan Blaney, who was goalkeeper in the first half for the Irish side. Ashley Young comes on for Manchester United then. And Luke Giverin is going to come on here as well. Looks like Rio Ferdinand's gone off for Manchester United, and Patrice Evra. So Giverin will come on for Evra and Young on for Ferdinand, which means that Phil Jones will go to centre half and Antonio Valencia is going to play the second half here at right back for Manchester United. Phil Jones with a switch of position, which we're used to seeing, really, aren't we? A right back, a centre half, a defensive midfielder.
Yeah, play anywhere, host of positions.
No change in the front two for Manchester United. Berbatov and Owen continue. But a well-earned rest for Rio and Patrice after a long, hard season. 47 competitive appearances for Patrice Evra, 38 for Rio, who may well have a busy summer ahead as well. The two of those players with the Euros approaching. So just the one goal in that first half from Patrice, and I wonder what the Irish dressing room will have been like during the break. Looking to try and keep this nice and tight. And a first touch here in the first team for Luke Giverin at Manchester United.
That's confidence for you, that, isn't it? Playing it back to the goalkeeper from that distance.
Looking to slot in and enjoy a 45-minute stint here in Belfast as the season comes to a close. Jones to Cleverley. And here is Valencia in that right back spot. Seen him there in the past, of course. And he's looking to set Nani free here, who is onside, but ball was won back by Redmond.
Well, it's a nice little attack movement as well. Can he find someone?
Looking for Scannell, who gets the flick, and Lindegaard had to answer the question and did.
Well, that's the best move of the game so far, isn't it? Oh, that's a great run down the flank by Redmond. And the ball into the box equally as good. And Scannell gets a touch on it. Got the goalkeeper scrambling.
McCutcheon with a corner. Cleverly.
Oh, he's miskicked it.
At the front post, Evans battling for it. Decent effort there as well, and Lindegaard called into action again. Might be here too as well. It's Scannell with a header. And that's a goal that he may never forget. A goal for Chris Scannell against Manchester United. Very well taken too. And the Irish side have had the perfect start to this second half. 1-1.
Well, you've got to say Beverland nearly scored anyway, the number 4. When the ball comes in, it's a total miss kick. Comes back to the number 4. Good save from the goalkeeper. but it's going to come back into the box again. It just nicks in front of Valencia to header that. Watch him just nicking in front of Valencia when this cross comes in. Yeah, it just gets in front of him. It will stand a kick in the face there as long as I can get a header and put it in the back of the net. That makes it interesting, doesn't it?
Well, the half-time team talk from Martin O'Neill has produced a goal straight away. Chris Scannell, the Cliftonville striker, 34 years of age, has spent 14 years at Cliftonville. Very loyal servant to that club, and a good reward for him here tonight, planting that header past Anders Lindegaard.
It's a bit of a wild pass back there.
David Jeffrey, the assistant to Martin O'Neill tonight, 15 years as boss at Linfield. He's won 30 trophies in that time. The Sir Alex Ferguson of Northern Irish football, some would say, and a former Manchester United trainee as well.
The chance.
Into Ashley Young. Interesting control, and not once but twice.
He get caught in two minds there.
Back out to Nani, and that's not great from him either. And it's a goal kick.
No.
A move to forget there, I think.
Yeah, he sold a little dummy to the fullback. I think he dummied himself, not the fullback.
At least they can both laugh about it. Well, 1-1, Pat.
Yeah, strange result, but just sneaks in there in front of Valencia and gets his head to it. He'll be delighted. He scored.
And here come the Irish side again. Johnny Evans this time gets a foot in, and Tom Cleverley looks to pick out Ashley Young. Berbatov to Cleverley. Young again. Giver in. Ball through for Tom Cleverley. Just a little bit too far ahead of him. Johnny Evans is going to win this back, but he's lost it to Johnston, and there's a bit of a hole here for Scannell to run into.
He's not got a lot of support, has he?
Gap was quickly plugged by Ji-sung Park. Mulgrew. Morrow back out to Phil Lowry.
They've played some neat football, aren't they? He's going to give a shot.
Morrow's going to hit it. It's off Evans, and Lindegaard will chase it. Looks like a couple of changes being prepared by the Irish side. Here's Berbatov. Going in the middle, Berbatov works that really well.
He's under severe pressure.
He's been clawed out a few times there on the way round, but Nani takes over. In a really tight spot, and Redmond gets it clear as far as Valencia. He's done well, the fullback, in fact. Now it's Morrow, and now Mulgrew runs into the gap. Tries to spread it to Lowry and does so. Scannell will keep it moving. Back to Johnston. Mulgrew again. Beveland now brings it out from the back. Really interesting start to the second half from the home side's point of view.
Well, the goal's made it interesting, hasn't it? It gives them a little lift.
This is Irvine now.
It's not bad football, that. Not about well.
The problem with a side like this, Paddy, is not necessarily the quality of football, it's just the fact they're not used to playing together, isn't it?
Well, started off their second half as if they are.
Johnny Evans marshalling that one out of play. And very shortly we're going to see two Irish changes. They're just preparing the paperwork down beneath us. Valencia. Berbatov back to Jones.
He's in here, Ashley Young.
Ashley Young over the top. Irvine, though, will get to the ball first after that touch, and then he in turn runs it out for a corner.
Yeah, just didn't control it as well as would you like to have there.
And United don't waste any time. Michael Owen into Nani. Again, he rather lost control of the ball. Young will put it in towards Michael Owen, just too high.
Oh, just a fraction too high from Michael Owen.
Unfortunate there for Michael Owen, just inches away from connecting with that one. Well, we're going to see some changes now. And it's the last we will see of Gary McCutcheon, the top scorer in the league this season. 33-year-old is going to be replaced here by Martin Donnelly. Martin Donnelly, who plays for Cliftonville.
Substitution for the Irish Premier Select, replacing number 10, Gary McCutcheon, number 17.
Huge Cliftonville fan, in fact. He left Crusaders last summer to join his favourite team.
Also replacing
and Chris Morrow is going to come off here, and he's going to be replaced by Stephen Lowry, whose brother Phil is already on the pitch. Stephen Lowry comes on wearing 15. I wonder what effect those changes will have on this game.
It's just fresh legs, isn't it?
Here's Mulgrew. Back to Johnston. Beverland, who came close to scoring just before Scannell actually did for the home side.
That's good play. A distant cross into the box.
Nice little touch from Donnelly, wasn't it?
No.
Cross wasn't the best. He'll have another chance here, though. Redmond, though, can't quite keep it in. Certainly one who's caught the eye, Ross Redmond. He's just recovered from a broken metatarsal as well. The bone made famous by David Beckham. And, of course, Wayne Rooney did it as well, didn't he? In Manchester United red. Young to Cleverley. And to Phil Jones. United have Ben Amos warming up. So I'm sure he'll come on for a spell shortly to replace Lindegaard. Hart takes over. Beverland in his way. That is a United free kick. Oh, a little bit of
no, he just got
nonsense.
He just got a click in the back of Nani's heel.
It's a friendly, boys.
No, he had a couple of free kicks given against him, Johnson.
No such thing as a friendly, I think he says. But here is Young for United. Back to Giverin. Big night for him, whatever the score here at Windsor Park. Making his Manchester United debut. No. Philip Lowry. Irvine to Mulgrew. All the way back to Sean O'Neill. Northern Irish under-21 international. He's given it straight to Park here, and Berbatov trying to nick it away from Beverland, and he's won a free kick.
It's a free kick. He's blocked there by Beverland.
Good free kick to give away, actually, here, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, it all depends on who takes the free kick, but it is a good free kick. He's flicked it around him, he's got round him. And to be fair, the lad can't get out the road, can he? Not as if it was intentional.
Well, I mentioned earlier on that Luke Giverin's handy from this kind of position, but the queue here is led by Nani and Ashley Young. Nani's left it now for Young. And Young's going to hit it right-footed, and it's in. It's a great strike from Ashley Young. Past the despairing dive from Sean O'Neill. Manchester United edge ahead again.
He'll be a little bit disappointed, the goalkeeper. He's not got his angles right there, actually. I mean, to be fair, it's gone into the side netting. And it's very difficult. The goalie has to be a little closer to that side net, but well, it took a deflection as well, didn't it? Hit somebody at the top of the head. Did it flick off Irvin? No.
Well, I'm not sure that he did actually there, Pat.
No, I'm not sure. Maybe I'm seeing things. It's right into the far corner. Very difficult for the goalkeeper to get to that.
It's strange to think. I think that is the first time this season that Manchester United have scored direct from a free kick. When you think of the players we've had in the past, going the famous red, the Cristiano Ronaldos, the David Beckhams, and of course the ability that Rooney and Ashley Young have, and people like that from dead balls. It's surprising that we haven't seen more of that.
Is that our first? Dear me, you surprised me.
So the Irish find themselves behind again. And they'll shortly be facing a different goalkeeper, I think, as Ben Amos is preparing himself. Johnny Evans, nice ball forward, looking for Nani. Tries to bring it down. Beveland will hack it away. Here's Stephen Lowry. Redman again is a willing runner. Donnelly leaves it for Johnston. Donnelly again is onside. Crossing, looking for Lowry with a header, and it's off the line by Johnny Evans.
Oh, that's a good header. Lowry gets way above young Givern then. Oh, you bet if you let that one go, very tough.
And Michael Owen screaming there because he wanted the ball left. Wayne Rooney is warming up, and I think you can probably tell that by the crowd's reaction. Nice little run here, though. Shot by Lowry again, which is blocked. There he is, the main man in many people's eyes here. Decent with the golf club as well. After watching him yesterday.
Oh dear me, false handicap. I said that to him yesterday, he should get embarrassed. And he didn't. Oh, that's a good ball. Can you catch that, son?
Luke Givrin chasing it.
You might get a corner kick out of it. Go on, you might get a corner kick out of it. No.
Good experience defending from Albert Watson, who himself is only 26. Still 7 years older than Luke Givrin. Going to see a substitution here, and it's going to be Ben Amos, who comes on for Anders Lindegaard, who is, well, they're holding up the number 34. He hasn't actually got a number on his back, Anders, tonight. But Lindegaard makes way, and Ben Amos comes on for half an hour or so, and Michael Owen is going to be replaced here by Wayne Rooney. There's the reception for Rooney as Michael Owen makes his way to the bench. What a season he had, Wayne Rooney.
You look at that young, all those Irish lads, they'd be delighted when he's on. They'll want to play against players like that.
Here comes Rooney, maybe, not quite.
He's not going to take a chance then, get himself injured, is he?
Big summer ahead for him, potentially. Here's Donnelly, going for a big effort at goal.
It's almost going over the bar.
Ben Amos, who was billed as number 40, doesn't have a number either. Didn't have much to do here either, did he?
No, it's a good effort, but too far out and too high over the bar to give the goalkeeper any problems. That's when you're a young lad like Ben Amos and you come on, you want to get something to do. You're singing happy birthday. It's not your birthday, is it?
No, that was last week actually, but thank you for remembering.
Who are they singing to? Somebody's birthday. You should be forgetting your birthdays anyway.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I noted I didn't get a card from you. Or a present, but I knew that would be too much to ask.
Checks in the post.
Yeah. Here's Beverland. Little flick there from Berbatov to Cleverley, and now it's Nani. Berbatov again looking for Cleverley. Plenty in the area. And that hit some part of Redman. And then he's dived in, and that's a penalty.
Yeah, he's given it.
Well, that's a shame for Ross Redman, because he's played really well tonight.
Yeah, well, I think, to be fair, Cleverly got the better of it. There was no intention in it, but he couldn't help it. Comes back to him and he beats him so well. He just gives him a little dummy here. Oh, no, you're not getting past me. The ball will get by, but you ain't.
Here goes Rooney. Never any doubt, really, was there? No, lovely penalty from Wayne Rooney. Clinical to the end.
No, when I see people take penalties, I like to see them blitter them, just batter it.
He finishes off the season doing what he does best, scoring goals, as he has all campaign.
Yep, nice and strong, gives the goalkeeper no chance. They're going to make another 2 substitutions. That's lovely that all these lads get in a game. Terrific.
I can confirm to you as well, it's Patrice Evra's birthday today.
Oh, is that?
So there we are. That tidies that one up.
Oh, well, he's not on the pitch, is he, Patrice Evra?
I think the crowd beneath us was serenading him while he's sitting in the dugout. Here's a couple of changes now for the Irish. We're going to see George McMullen and Mark McAllister. And it's Jamie Mulgrew who is the first of the 2 players to depart here. And the goal scorer, Chris Scannell, as well. He's grabbed his 15 minutes of fame in the second half, and off he comes. He's replaced by Mark McAllister, who's a local player for Linfield, just recovered from an ankle injury as well. The number 19 scored twice in the Irish Cup final last week as well, as Linfield beat Crusaders 4-1. Might need to go in the goals tonight as well if this home side are going to get a result. Donnelly out to Johnston. Defensive work from Tom Cleverley. And then it's Valencia who tries to get out of a very tight position.
It's overhit easy for the goalkeeper. Good throw as well from Ben Ennis.
Ashley Young looks to stretch his legs here. Berbatov. Cleverly out to Nani.
Too early.
That's overhit. It will be a Manchester United goal kick. I wonder when we'll see this man voted today as the greatest Premier League player of all time.
Yeah, incredible and well deserved. God almighty, the long term. He's not signed on for next year yet, has he? I'm sure he will.
Yes, I believe so. 909 appearances in Manchester United red as well.
That is incredible.
Ridiculously good, isn't it? Interesting as well to see Mr. Scholes warming up. I'm sure we'll get a little sneak peek of him at the end. Ball back to Ben Amos, and one of the players actually who's departed the scene tonight, Rio Ferdinand, in playing at the Stadium of Light the other day, just went ahead of you, Paddy, on United appearances.
They did?
Yeah, 398 for Rio.
I thought I played 401.
Oh, well, maybe there's a bit of disagreement between you and the statisticians.
No, well, the statistician said that I signed in 62 when I didn't. I signed in 63. We've got it up the wall at Old Trafford. How can you get that wrong?
Well, there we are.
That's you lot, the youth of today.
Hey, hang on a minute. I tell you what, we're far too high up here at Windsor Park to get into a fight. It's a long way down to the ground. Here's Berbatov to Cleverley, and the ball's nicked away from him. Johnny Evans sticking to his man.
Window cleaner's on the inside and not the outside.
Here's Harry Gregg. I'm sure that he will have enjoyed the evening.
Great character. The people that don't know him only knew him. What a wonderful man.
Somebody who's was certainly an imposing figure in between the sticks in his time. Deeply principled man off the pitch as well, wasn't he? When he said something, it stayed said.
Yeah.
Here's Nani taking it away from Berbatov.
Oh, you should have gone and hit it. I think, to be fair, he was trying to play Berbatov in, and he should really just gone and volleyed that.
Didn't quite play that one right, and it gives Luke Givern a chance to run away with it. Ashley Young's touch not quite true enough, and now Irvin takes over.
That's good play. That is good play.
Johnny Evans. Still feel there are more goals in this game. If either side want to get them.
I think probably the Irish side have done a bit.
George McMullen, one of the second half substitutes, back to Johnston and back again. Redmond to Donnelly. 3 in green, wait for the cross. Redmond finally gets it over. This could be dangerous.
Oh, that's a great cross.
Potentially nasty collision there, but Ben Amos in the end got the ball away. It's still not cleared though, and a decent effort in the end, which is palmed away nicely by Amos.
What did I say about maybe they might not score again? I'm kidding myself on. That was a terrific save from Lowry. And brave header, brave goalkeeping as well from young Ben Amos.
Nani to Berbatov, and back again, lovely play, and then Nani finds Valencia in some space.
If he plays it early.
Rooney's onside, and Wayne Rooney is off target.
They were looking for offside. I'm not sure if he was or not. He's trying to bend in at the top corner.
End-to-end stuff there.
I thought maybe he might hit that, but that's over the bar.
And look at this at the other end.
This is terrific goalkeeping. That's brave goalkeeping, and I'll tell you something.
It's very Harry Gregg, isn't it?
Yeah, the young kid Lowry as well. He stuck his head in there. That's bravery from him as well. And the great thing about it, both got up and that's it, carry on.
That's exactly what you used to see from Mr. Gregg.
Yeah. They did well, young McGivern, to get up there.
Givern in towards Berbatov. And again, lovely play by Berbatov. But Givern's just ahead of Wayne Rooney. I think he's enjoyed his appearance here tonight in the 55 shirt. And we're going to see number 54 shortly as well for Manchester United, Michele Fornazier. Let's tidy up these Irish changes first, though. Howard Beveland is going to come off at centre-half. And on comes Peter Hutton, the former Derry City player, who captained and was caretaker manager of Derry City. It was Harry Gregg's wish that Derry City were represented here tonight. And so 2 of their former players coming on here now. Peter Hutton wearing 14 and Sean Hagen wearing 12. He replaces Jim Irvin. Irvin gets a kiss from his club manager. And on comes Sean Hagen. And now the United changes are about to happen. Redmond to Donnelly, back to Johnston. We've seen a lot of the ball tonight in the centre of the park for the home side predominantly.
Yeah, there's a Paul Scholes pass, isn't it?
Yeah, out to Phil Lowry. Luke Givern does well, and then manages to pick out Ashley Young just about to see well. Lowry takes over, and Scholes gets back to pickpocket Stephen Lowry. And to dance away from his brother.
Tried to enjoy that from Paul Scholes.
Always a pleasure to watch, isn't he?
Oh, without question.
We have been privileged in the last 2 decades to watch the likes of Scholes and Giggs. And here goes Ryan Giggs. Still going. Still going. Left peg maybe.
Oh.
Gives it to Young. And almost in off Redmond. Danger still not clear. It's still Young.
Oh. Everybody in the stadium's waiting for Ryan Giggs to hit it. Everybody in the stadium. It's a terrific run by Ryan. The crowd really enjoyed it. Well, wait, shoot, shoot, shoot. That never happened. Oh, he's just unlucky there. It's not squeezed in.
Yeah, he just thought he was destined to find the back of the net. Ashley Young very nearly did.
Yeah, but you're saying shoot, Ryan, for God's sake. But no. He lays it off and just past the post.
Evans to Scholes as United combined, looking to build from the back again. Stretch this lead. Given to them by Patrice Evra originally, then Ashley Young and Wayne Rooney adding to it. Scholes in the tackle cleverly as well, neatly beaten. Martin Donnelly from Cliftonville showing his skill.
Oh my God, he's just slipped at the end of it, poor lad.
Just ran into Ryan Giggs, who's going to go on another mazy run here.
Oh, come wide, Wayne, come wide, Wayne. He'll catch that, Ashley Young, he'll catch that.
Might look for Ji-sung Park for a bit of help, he does. Park maybe, still Ji-sung Park. Oh, very nearly, but not quite.
He thought it was going to hit someone. It maybe go in, but it's hit nobody. Straight across the goal. And I think, well, this drive from Park hit someone. Look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4 players. It doesn't touch any of them.
Could so easily have gone in off Hagen or Hutton. For Naziev. No one comes to challenge him, so he just keeps on going. Scholes. For Naziev again. Johnny Evans, someone who will have enjoyed the night out here in Windsor Park.
Yeah, coming home for Johnny.
Ji-sung Park, clever play, pulls it back for Ashley Young.
Well played, Ji-sung Park.
Young at the double, but he is very quick to give credit to Ji-sung Park, who did all the hard work.
Well, his pace defeated everybody, Ji-sung Park. Just the quickness of him. Nobody could contend with it. There's a lovely pinging of a ball from Scholes, and the little header takes him by the fullback. And he's so aware of what's around him as well, which is important.
The art of good football, some fine finishes as well. And of course, most importantly, a fitting tribute to
Mr.
a great man.
Will we see another goal? You never know.
Well, Giggs is looking for Rooney here, who's going to beat the defenders to the ball. What about the keeper?
The goal is done well. He's done terrific there, the goalkeeper. That was a great ball through to Rooney. Bounced nicely for Wayne as well, but brave goalkeeping.
Sean O'Neill.
You're not going to get your hat-trick win. Well, that's what he says. You never know.
Well,
might be another chance here.
He's a couple short of his hat-trick anyway, isn't he, Wayne? But
oh,
I know what you were meaning.
Young, I know, you know what I mean, yeah. Yeah, it's Young that's got the two.
Sean O'Neill, though, the goalkeeper, just 24. Can wake up in the morning and tell everyone that he stopped Wayne Rooney in his tracks.
Not from scoring a hat-trick, no.
Here is Young. And now Scholes.
I thought he was going to try another pinger over the top there to Giggs there, but no.
Scholes.
Yeah, he does it again, yeah.
Oh, a nasty bounce for Luke Giverin.
It nearly knocked him over, didn't it? It was a nasty bounce for the young fella.
Phil Lowry takes over. Giverin gets back at him, so does Ashley Young. So we're now in injury time. How long are we going to play?
That's a great ball as well, that, isn't it?
Oh, these fans want to see this kind of football all night. Ji-sung Park, can we end with a flourish?
Oh,
Very
that's
nearly.
good defending.
Scholes. Now Rooney.
Every time he gets it, Paul Scholes shoot.
Ashley Young hares after the ball.
Somebody get their head to this.
This may be the last chance.
Yeah, the big defender gets his head to it, easy for the goalkeeper.
Full time, and maybe as expected, a resounding Manchester United win on the scoreboard. The better side on the night, but full credit to the Irish team for putting up some real fight and showing some real quality as well. Couple of goals for Ashley Young, one for Patrice Evra, which started us going. Wayne Rooney in on the act with a penalty as well. Chris Scannell scoring for the home side. But the result and performance were always going to be irrelevant tonight. This was about paying a fitting tribute to the man who said, "Remember me as a footballer and not as a hero." Well, Northern Ireland and the football world clearly count him as both. Harry Gregg honoured here tonight. Manchester United winning by 4 goals to 1.
Well, Ryan, what a fitting tribute to Harry Gregg tonight. You must be proud to be involved.
Yeah, definitely. You know, all the lads are proud to be involved, and for someone who's both a hero on and off the pitch, and you know, this testimonial was just rewards for a great career he had and a great life.
Nice to come back to Northern Ireland.
Yeah, it always is. I mean, you know, the fans over here are so unbelievably loyal. You've seen tonight, you know, a full house. Obviously, a couple of days after the disappointment of Sunday, but they cheered us on, and yeah, I mean, you never get sick of coming over here because of the welcome that we get, and we know how much you know, they love the club.
What do you think of the standard of football tonight here?
Yeah, it was decent. I mean, you know, it's always hard a couple of days after a game, not done a lot, but yeah, I mean, with plenty of goals and plenty of good goals as well, so hopefully we send the crowd home happy.
And you've had a busy day today collecting your award as well.
Yeah, it's been a good day. You know, it's a long day, but you know, we finished off with a good game here, and like I say, a fitting tribute to Harry.
How did it feel to captain the team out here at Windsor Park tonight?
Yeah, it was nice to captain, especially back up in my hometown, so yeah, I was pleased with that.
What about the tribute to Harry Gregg tonight?
Yeah, no, I think it shows, you know, the respect that the club has for him. You know, they brought over a strong team, and all the big players played, including myself. No, all the big players played, and you know, the fans, you know, came and, you know, stayed right till the very end, and, you know, give us a good support out there.
And obviously, you used to playing for Northern Ireland here at Windsor Park, but was it a bit different tonight playing for Manchester United here?
No, the pitch is exactly the same, and it's always as bubbly as anything. No, the lads were saying, you know, it's quite a hard pitch to play on actually. So, but you know, it took us a while to get under stride, and managed to score a few goals in the second half.
And what did you make of the Irish League team tonight?
I was actually quite impressed. You know, they worked hard, I think, in the first half. Put in a really good shift, and you know, we were finding it hard to break them down. So, you know, obviously they got their goal and put us under a bit of pressure there.
Harry, how do you sum up a night like this?
I can't really. I'm not an emotional person, but I can't sum it up as easy as that. The very fact that United have come here, the very fact that the manager and the board have blessed it, I think speaks for itself. But what's most important of all, this stadium now has been filled for the first time maybe in 10, 12 years, when they had to bring in extra seating. I think that in itself speaks for Manchester United, not only here but worldwide. I am honoured. Words are cheap. Maybe something that I don't think I deserved a lot of things. That's the way it is. And there's really nothing more I can say. I feel very, very, very touched. I'm very thankful to Manchester United Football Club, to all the people who've been part of this, and to the manager and the board that gave the consent for this to happen. For me to say any more, I'd be talking a lot of garbage. I don't want to do that.
Thank you very much. That says everything.
One thing I'd like to say, excuse me, thanks to both sets of players, but thanks ever so much to the lad Paul Scholes. and all the other kids, Ryan Giggs, but the ones that I had at the Windsor Hotel going way back to 90, that's very, very important to me. And when I've seen Scorsese here tonight, he hasn't changed. He'll be one of the few players to say you cannot play this game without legs. Scorsese can because it's in his head. Thank them all very much indeed. Thank you.
So it's finished here at Windsor Park. The Irish Premier League Select 11 won, Manchester United 4, and a thoroughly entertaining evening, Sammy.
100% sorry. I mean, the fans came out in force tonight to support Harry Gregg and see all these great Manchester United players. They get 5 goals. Everyone's gone home happy.
Yeah, and Sir Alex did promise a strong team. That's exactly what we saw. Ashley Young scored a couple, Wayne Rooney, Patrice Evra. I mean, all the stars are out.
That's right, and you know, to see Rooney scored a penalty kick as well, which is great for the fans. Ashley Young coming on as a substitute, getting 2 goals. All the big stars were here, and it was a great night for Harry Gregg.
Great stuff. Thank you, Sammy, for joining us. Thanks to you at home for watching as well. It's been a wonderful evening here at Windsor Park. We hope to see you again very soon. Bye for now.